Hello everyone, so today we are going to take a look on Universal Shell by HypothesisBase. Today I will demonstrate you how do you generate a key pair and how to use it in your server. So before we do anything, we need to extract the control node zip to a directory. Inside it, we have the control node bin. This will be the program we are going to use to generate the key pair. Okay, so after we have the binary, we are going to execute the command to generate the key pair. So we have the path to the executable, we have the command generate key pair, and we specify the public and private destination paths. Okay, so we have a successful generated key pair. I won't use those we just created because the other ones we can see are already on my server. So for demonstration purposes, this is how you how do you generate the keys. If you want to copy them, you can use this to send your keys to the remote server. You need to have access to the server, and that's it. Okay, so now we're going to prepare the managed node. Universal Shell provides the zip file with the code for the managed node program. So I'm going to unzip this on my local machine, and after we do it, we can check and see that we have the managed node binary inside. And moving to the next step, we need to copy those files to the remote server. So I'm going to use SCP, that is secure copy over SSH, to send the files to the remote machine. Okay, so if we SSH into the machine, we can see that we have the keys folder with the keys we copy, and the managed node folder with the code we need to use. So to continue the process, we need to create two files. First one is the credentials.json file. Here we can specify our servers. In this case, I'm just using only one, and we specify the host IP, the port the managed node is running, the user you are using, and the private key path. So in my case, I'm using the private key 1. So this is the one that is on the server, and we need also to create another file called workflow.sh. So if we see, this is like a bash script using Universal Shell API commands. I'm going to show it a little bit. So if we go to this page in the documentation, we can see the reference for all the commands for workflows. In this case, I'm using run cdm, just runs a command, and I'm using the example they provided. It's very important you update those codes with the user, IP, and port of your server, otherwise you have problems. Okay, with the credentials and workflow ready, we can go to our server by SSH, and we can start the managed node program. So the managed node is mostly similar with the control node. You specify the path to the executable. You say what's the host. In most of the cases, it will be 0.0.0.0, and the port. The work directory I'm using is the user home directory. You can change this if you need like to use specific files, or your workflow needs to be in a specific working directory, and the authorized case directory. So I'm going to run this. Okay, so we have it up and running on port 8000. As we now have the remote server working, I'm going to run the workflow. So this is the command to run a workflow. Basically, you specify the executable, run workflow, and credentials path and the script path are passed as params, and that's it. This is simply printing the files of the remote directory. You also can use JSON outputs with this command. If you are doing some kind of automation, this could be very useful. So now I want to demonstrate what happens if you are using a key that was not sent to the remote server. So here we have that key we created in the beginning of the video, and I'm trying to log in to run the workflow in the remote server without using with it. Okay, so let's run the workflow. So as you can see, this is the error you get when you use a private key, which the public key is not on the remote server. So that's it. Thank you for your attention.